Okay, now that we're at the front of the truck, we see the truck sitting level, so there's no suspension problems, no flat tire, no bad springs, no shifted load. There's no puddles, no water, no oil, anything underneath, so undoubtedly we have no leaks on the truck vehicle. Now we have all our lenses. They're not bent, cracked, or damaged. They're not broken, all are properly mounted secure, and they're all the proper color. Now we go under the hood. Okay, now that we're under the hood, first thing we're going to check are our fluid levels. We got coolant, we got power steering, we got our oil. Okay, we have reservoirs, they're at adequate levels. We check them. They're properly mounted secure, they're not bent, cracked, or damaged, and all the caps are on tight. The dipstick, we check the oil level, we pull it out, we wipe it off, we reinsert it, pull it back out, and it has to be above the add mark. And the only way you can check these fluid levels for proper amount is for the engine to be off. Okay, we'll have all these hoses. There none of them are no abrasions, bulging cuts, properly mounted secure, and there are no leaks. All your fluids, all your air lines, all these, they appear to have no leaks. We have no puddles anywhere around on the truck. The steering system, we have a steering box. It has a liquid in it, so it can't leak. We got steering hoses, power steering hoses. They can't leak. They're properly mounted secure. No abrasions, bulging cuts. This is our steering linkage. We have a pitman arm, a drag link, and a tie rod in. They're properly mounted secure. They're not bent, cracked, or damaged. They're bolted on with castle nuts and cotter pins. Then we go to our suspension. We have our leaf springs. They're not bent, cracked, or shifted. They bolt on at both ends with mounts. The mounts aren't bent, cracked, or damaged. The bolts are present tight, and the bushings are good. They bolt onto the axle with U-bolts, and these U-bolts are present and tight, and they're not bent, cracked, or damaged. Then we have a shock. It's a hydraulic shock. It bolts on at both ends. It's properly mounted secure, and it's not leaking. From there, we go to our brake line. No abrasions, bulging cuts. Bolts on at both ends properly, and it doesn't leak. Then we go to our brakes. Our brakes, they do not have any contaminants such as grease or oil on them. From there, we go to our tires. There are no abrasions, bulging cuts on the tire. They're mounted properly on the wheel. They're evenly worn with a tread depth of no less than 4/32 on the steers and no less than 2/32 on the drive axles and the trailer tires. Okay, we got to be at proper inflation. We check that with our tire gauge at the valve stem. We check our tread depth with a tread depth gauge. All right, we have our lugs. Touch all your lugs and describe them. The lugs, they're not loose. They're properly mounted secure. If they were loose, you would notice rust trails or shiny threads on the studs. The lug holes in the wheel can't be oblong or distorted. The wheel can't be bent, cracked, or damaged, and it can't have any illegal welds or anything. If it's got a crack or anything in the wheel, you can't fix it. You got to throw the wheel away. Okay, now to the side of the vehicle. We have lenses and reflectors. All our lenses and reflectors, they're all properly mounted secure, not cracked or damaged, and all are not peeling. We have DOT reflector tape on the side of the truck. Our traffic monitoring devices, they're properly mounted secure and they work properly. Okay, under here is our batteries. Our batteries are properly mounted secure. The cables are on properly. They're tight, they're not loose, they're not corroded, and they're not splashed or frayed in any way. This is our DEF tank. This is our fuel tank. The caps are on tight. They're not leaking any lines or hoses. They're properly mounted secure. Then we come down to the back of the tractor. We have our air lines and electrical lines. There are no abrasions, bulging cuts. They're not leaking. They bolt to the tractor but hooked to the trailer with glad hands. The glad hands have seals in them, rubber seals, and they don't leak. Then you have a power cord that hooks on with a safety latch so it doesn't just accidentally pull out. It plugs in the back of the tractor the same way, but the airlines, they bolt onto the tractor. They're not tangled, they're not dragging on the frame, they're at the proper height. They're not tangled at all. Okay, now we have our frame. We have a frame for the tractor and one for the trailer. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It's not bent, cracked, or damaged. There are no holes in it, in the frame at all. It can't have any welds or anything, repairs on it. The trailer floor and the cross members are present and tied underneath the trailer, and there's no holes in it. Okay, that's your framework. The cables, we did the cables, electrical lines. Now we're here at the fifth wheel. The fifth wheel is where it connects. The fifth wheel, the apron of the trailer, the bottom of the trailer is the apron. It sits on the fifth wheel. There's no gap in there. If there's a gap, it's not hooked properly. The locking jaws inside the fifth wheel lock properly around the kingpin of the trailer. And it's not loose or worn. All your locking pins in the framework and your release handle, they're locked in the proper position. On the fifth wheel and on the sliding tandem, you have release handles and locking pins. All that is locked in the proper position. Okay. Now, once again on the trailer, our lenses and reflectors, these reflector tape, it's not peeling, not damaged. And our lenses, they're properly mounted, secure, proper color. We have a landing gear. It's raised all the way up to the proper height so it doesn't drag anything. All bolts are present and tight. It is not bent, cracked, or damaged. And our crank handle is in the lock position. There's enough clearance between the trailer landing gear and the rear of the tractor so you have enough clearance so when you turn on a 90-degree angle, these landing gears and the tires won't reach back and hit the trailer. We have our lenses. We got tail lights, turn signals, four-way flashers. We got marker lights, clearance lights up at the top. They're proper color, properly mounted, secure. We got a reflector tape on the bumper and on the back doors. It's not peeling, it's not damaged or anything.